In the wild and unpredictable region of Kanto, one determined handsome cat dares to take on the impossible challenge to conquer the Pokemon League. Which starter will he choose? Which Pokemon will he recruit? And can he overcome the toughest bosses this world has ever seen? Find out now on Pokemon Radical Red.
Hey guys, Handsome Cat here. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I'll be recording everything that happens and reimagining it in a way that is exciting to watch. So, hope you all stick around. I am greeted by Professor Oak, who never remembers my name for some reason. So I reminded him by naming myself Cat, and I took this chance to aptly name my rival Dog. Once all is said and done, now I am ready to embark on my Pokemon journey. But before I was even able to run off into the wild grass, I was halted by the game itself. It wanted to ask me about some custom game configurations, so I went with minimal grinding as well as keeping the game on normal difficulty. Just to disclose to y'all, I also enabled the endorsed in-game cheats such as the Rare Candy cheat, the Care Package cheat, 100% catch rate cheat, and the DexNef cheat to progress the game much smoother and so that I can focus on strategizing and battles. Like a great man once said, grinding is cringe, cheating is based. Now I am finally ready to start off my new Radical Red journey. Once I left my room, Mom immediately asks me which region starter I wanted to go with. This may be one of the hardest decisions to make in the world, since there are technically 27 starters to choose from 9 whole generations. I asked my gut which one. I was actually reminded of Wolfie's disdain with Incineroar due to how good the Pokemon is in competitive play. Then I thought, oh, this makes sense. A cat starter to start off the channel's first playthrough. After recruiting Litty the Litten, Dog then recruited his starter as well, a Squirtle. I tried to leave the lab, and Dog instantly stops me. You know what happens here. He wants a battle. Our first rival battle went down how most first rival battles go down. Squirtle kept throwing it back with tail whips, and Liddy kept being a cat, scratching as much as he wanted. As a result, Liddy emerged victorious. Soon after, we finished off Professor Oak's errand, and we finally went off to the wild to recruit some new team members. Meepy the Mareep, Chubby the Cupchew, Poochie the Poochyena, and Riley the Marill. After that, I paid a visit to Dog, en route to Victory Road, and brute forced him with a couple of defense curls and huge power. After that, it was back to recruiting, and in anticipation of the first gym leader Brock, we recruited Scraggy the Scraggy and Pudgy the Pidgey. After progressing through the Viridian Forest with relative ease, which included steamrolling Brendan, we finally made it to Pewter City. Over here, we recruited Pony, the Galarian Ponyta, and also Grimy, the Alolan Grimer. Before facing off against Brock, we paid a visit to the Pewter City Museum to find the first Johto leader, Falkner, who specializes in flying types apparently. With no prep whatsoever, but confidence in the newly recruited team, I said yes to the battle invite. I led with Meepy, who evolved into Fluffy at level 15, with the intent to spread out Thunder Waves and Cotton Spores to cripple Falkner's team. He sends out Rufflet, outspeeds me with Rock Tomb, but I managed to cripple it with Thunder Wave. I intended to finish him off with a couple of flashes, but Falkner suddenly switches out with Watral, who had the ability Full Assault. I opted to stay in and gave Watral Cotton Spore instead. Once that's done, I needed to swap. Hence the decision to send out Chubby, the Ice Bear, to hopefully take out some birds. With Falkner realizing how crippled Watral is right now, he immediately swaps to Flittle, a psychic, not flying type Pokemon. At least he mentioned he wanted to show the elegance of bird Pokemon. Apparently this Pokemon was a very bulky psychic type, equipped with Eviolite, and had the ability Speed Boost. I was not aware of this, but once I saw the first Speed Boost, I knew what was coming. And it was also starting to spam Calm Minds. So every turn that goes by, I decrease my chances of winning. I started to think, I need to stop this menace from sweeping the whole team, so I decided to go back to crippling straps. Meepy was sent out again. The greedy Flittle kept Calm Minding and Speed Boosting 2 turns in a row. I then took the chance to slow down Flittle with Thunder Wave. Meepy has done a roll, so I sent out Scraggy to negate any psychic moves she decides to dish out. After tanking a Psybeam, I tried to possibly get in some hits, but the Flittle of course had Disarming Cry as well, a fairy type move that immediately one-hit KO Scraggy. Pudgy then gets sent out. The strat here was to force a switch by Whirlwind, hence resetting all of Flittle's boosts. Turns out, I did not have Whirlwind, only Gust. Pudgy manages to hold on by 1 HP and get the Gust in. Oh, okay. I can get another hit in with Quick Attack. Pudgy was then quickly dispatched after. You did well, Pudgy. I send out Riley in the hopes of it being able to tank one hit, and then he can retaliate with huge power boosted attacks. After tanking a Psybeam, which does massive damage, Riley finally KOs the Flittle Menace with a Covet. Falkner then decides to send out Watchwell again. He probably sees a kill already, so I just stayed in. Riley gets KO'd, and I safely send out Meepy again to resume the cripple strats. After Meepy gets KO'd, it was Chubby's turn. Chubby then one-hit KOs Watchwell with an Icicle Crash. The paralyzed Rufflet gets sent out. Falkner's final Mon. Chubby then Icicle Crashes again, and we win the battle. Most of the team executed their roles to the best of their abilities, bar some mistakes by yours truly. Now, it's time to regroup for Brock's battle. Or not. I immediately went to challenge Brock, but I did make some minor changes prior. I started off the battle by leading with Scraggy. The intent here was to nullify some of that raw power his Alolan Geodude has. After intimidating Geodude, it was time to chip away at the rock. Geodude puts a Rock Tomb, which slows down Scraggy a bit. I was unsure whether it was being outsped, but Geodude activated its Kustat Berry, which let it bulldoze first. But after another low sweep, Geodude was put out of its misery. Brock then sends out Archon, and I knew the play here. Flying moves are incoming. I immediately switched to Chubby, who tanks a platform Archon. Unsure of the speed of Chubby, I tried out Icicle Crash first. Archon was apparently faster, so I got Rock Tombed. One hit KO. Mistake on my part, I should have Aqua did it. Scraggy makes a return to the battle and intimidates Archon. With his attack reduced, Scraggy can now tank some hits from Archon. After a quick back and forth, Scraggy manages to pull off another greedy KO on Archon with low sweep. Brock then sends out Onyx. I had to stay in since Scraggy was already low, and I was hoping that Scraggy would outspeed Onyx, but to no avail. Scraggy gets Rock Tomb. Good job, Scraggy. The next call was basically sending out Riley to sweep the team. After a few Aqua Jets, Onyx gets taken down. Brock then sends out Vroom, another Gen 9 Pokemon that I was not familiar with. Apparently it's a Steel and Poison type. Isn't Brock a Brock trainer? Anyways, after Vroom tanks an Aqua Jet, Riley gets immediately poisoned by Toxic. I knew that Riley's seconds in the match were numbered due to the type disadvantage. It was close, but Lady then jumps in to finish the job. And there you have it, the first gym done. Is it just me, or did Radical Red get a bit easier compared to how it was the last time I did the run? Since the level cap has been raised to level 22, it was time to evolve some of our friends. Lady evolved to Torracat at level 16, Riley evolved to Azumarill at level 18, Pudgy evolved to Pidgeotto at level 16 as well, a Power Spike. After capturing Meowie the Galarian Meowth in a raid den, it was time to breeze through Mount Moon and soon after challenge Misty, the Water Gym leader. Will Misty prove to be as trivial as Brock, or am I about to be humbled?
With Brock defeated and the Boulder Badge secured, Handsome Cat's confidence is soaring. But in Cerulean City, Misty waits, ready to humble even the bravest trainer. Can our heroes survive the waves ahead? Find out next time on Pokémon Radical Red!
With that, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you don't want to miss what happens in this Radical Red journey, do like and subscribe. This is Handsome Cat. See you in the next one. Take care.